What's going on, guys? Scar coming at you with another Magic the Gathering video. I know it's been a minute since my last video. I took a little bit of a break from this whole video making process as a whole. Pretty much essentially what it broke down to is that I got really busy with what was going on in the real world with shifting of what I was doing for a living, all the holidays, and in a little ways I kind of felt a little bit burnt out, not from like creating videos, but on all honesty of, you know, like, kind of playing Magic in general. You know, Magic being, I know, a hobby and a physical card game, but when you play it like a video game style, you get the mentality that it kind of works like a video game, and after a certain while sometimes you get a little bit burnt out from playing it over and over again. And I know it's one of those things I just need to like take a little step away. The meta was kind of feeling a little bit stale. I know I made a video on something like that, but you know, it's not good to continue pushing something if you're not enjoying what you were doing. So I took a little bit of a break. I decided to go back to playing some other games that have come out, you know, in the fall. A big one of them being World of Warcraft. That is like my go-to game when I'm kind of like feeling a little bit of a rut when it comes to other games, just because it's just something I've been doing forever. It's just one of those things that definitely, you know, helps me kind of reset and kind of go about it. So you'll also see it's a little bit, you know, a little bit different. I don't have the green screen set up, so it's just kind of like you see the background, see my messy bed that's unmade. But with that being said, I kind of want to go over in today's video just a little bit of some personal goals I'm looking to do in 2021. I kind of have some big plans, not saying like anything super drastic. Nothing's really going to change super dramatically on the channel, as not saying there won't be any Magic. It'll be a lot of it will be mostly focused on Magic, but I figured I'd go over a couple of things I wanted to kind of like talk about going for the channel going forward. So whoever enjoys this, I appreciate it if you hit the like button. It definitely helps you see this. Also, hello, it's been a while, and also hello to all the new people. Surprisingly, even though I haven't been putting videos out, there's been a few new people who have hit that subscribe button and joined the community here. With that being said, let's kind of dive into kind of a few things I wanted to kind of go over in today's video. So let's kind of like talk about like where I'm going to think about we're going over video. So what essentially, from what I kind of took a step back and kind of like analyze what was going on the channel, what you guys seem to be enjoying, what things I could kind of shift up or put a focus on that I kind of wasn't putting enough focus on in general. With that being said, the first thing I kind of noticed is that I want to go into a little bit more detail when it comes to certain aspects of the game. Sure, I have a couple of videos on the channel that kind of help newer players, but doesn't really go into complete details in all different aspects of things that newer players don't truly understand when it comes to coming to like when you first start a game, like, you know, what's a keepable hand for certain decks, you know, what to craft if you're not sure what to craft, especially with being new to Magic. You don't really know what cards to look out for, and kind of going over things like that. You know, I think like going into certain videos like that, talking about those certain things, I think definitely help a lot of the newer players so they don't feel frustrated or feel overwhelmed. It'll kind of help them set them up for hopefully success. The other thing I want to talk about is going back into the gameplay videos of me playing, you know, Magic decks on MTG Arena. I kind of wanted to go back into where I think my roots were. A lot of my earlier videos, I kind of went into detail. Even if you've seen the card 100 times, I always go over like you know, certain cards, why they matter for the deck, why they set up the deck as a whole. And I think, that being said, I think, you know, I know a lot of us have seen a lot of the cards over and over again, but there are newer players who are just joining the game, you know, as we speak. And if they don't, you know how certain cards work or interact with, I feel like explaining certain things and certain aspects will definitely help them out to hopefully set them up if they decide to play the deck in, you know, Magic. It will definitely help them figure out, you know, exactly how to play the deck or what things to look out for. With that being said, I'll probably bring back the timestamp, so if you don't want to go over like the details of the nitty-gritty of like how certain decks play, I'll probably bring back the timestamp so you can kind of skip ahead to whatever part you actually want to, you know, see of the video. And with that being said, I mean, the next thing I want to kind of like look out for is I was thinking about introducing, you know, live streams onto the channel. I'm not 100% sure exactly what day, but I'm thinking about at least starting with like a live stream a week. Thinking like Saturday mornings or something like that, just, you know, a couple hours here and there on a Saturday, maybe once a week, for, you know, and see how that goes. If it, you know, if it's something that everyone seems to be enjoying, we'll kind of increase the days I do live stream, you know, whether it be during the week or even on Sunday as well. We'll kind of play it by ear, but I kind of want to like start bringing like, you know, one live stream a week to the channel and see how like you guys seem to enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments down below. And the other thing with that, you know, I kind of go with some long-term goals for the channel. I wanted to add more focus to the videos that I am creating. With that being said, I don't know if you've been noticing, I kind of looking down a little bit. I actually kind of wrote kind of an outline of what to kind of go over. I'm not going to be scripting the videos per se, but I want to have like talking points that I can kind of talk over in the video to kind of, you know, if I feel like I'm hitting like a weird thing or I'm getting quiet, I'll have talking points to kind of keep you entertained and interacting with the videos, and also keep a focus, because sometimes I do like to ramble in a video. So having, you know, an outline to help me keep focus of what points to outline, definitely a good thing. Next thing, I want to also like think about, you know, maybe once a month and release a video about, you know, certain card games or other card games. Not saying I'll be playing those card games on the channel, just like, you know, let's talk about, like, you know, card games that maybe from back in the day that are no longer. We talk about other online TCGs, see what we think about them, give my impressions. You know, if you're interested in playing other things other than Magic the Gathering, but you like card games, maybe I can create some videos about them, and then kind of go off of feedback and see what you guys think about those. Now, the other thing too, you may notice as I create this video that there'll be a button down below at the channel next to the subscribe button. The one thing I'm kind of like long-term goal is I kind of want to introduce, you know, memberships, I guess, for the channel. I don't really know 100% sure. I'm kind of new to this, but it kind of, the only perk really will be just like a shout out at the end of the video to thank you guys for joining the memberships, if that's something you guys decide to do. But you know, it's not one of those things that I'm gonna, you know, block things behind the membership wall. It's just something, if you want to help support the channel, it's up to you. I only have one tier, just a very simple thing, and it's just a, you know, a way for me saying thanks, and you know, you enjoy the content if you want to help me out there. And then some other personal goals for the channel overall. You know, 2021, I don't really know what to expect, but I mean, the big thing is, you know, maybe like the end of the year goal, getting close to somewhere in that 5 to 10k range for subs. I don't really know how feasible that is this year in general. I mean, since I started really focusing on content in March and then kind of going all the way until like December, I wasn't expecting to get to 1,000 subscribers. So I don't know if 10 times in that growth in 12 months is feasible, but you know, it's like a long-term goal. So it's not something I'm going to be like pushing, be like, guys, we're so close, you know, kind of thing. And the other thing too is looking at it and looking at how many videos to create a year. I'm looking at like roughly thinking about the total range of videos, looking at 150 or so plus videos on the channel, and that equates to roughly about 3 videos a week, give or take, depending on how focused I feel or how busy I am with, you know, work in the real world. I just figured, you know, putting like a minimum of like at least 150 videos on the channel would be pretty sweet, in all various aspects, whether it's gameplay, whether it's, you know, teaching or something like that. And the other thing too is, I guess, if you guys have any feedback on what you guys want to see on the channel, I mean, leaving me a comment in the comments below this video or any videos I ever create going forward definitely helps out a lot. I also try my best to put community posts up there, so if you want to see something, you can always comment on one of those community posts. I'm gonna try to throw in some more polls out to kind of see what you guys like on the channel. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys for the year we had in 2020. There probably will be a video or two this week, depending on how busy my schedule is for New Year's. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.